Friends sing together. La 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 la. Friends do things together. La 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 la. Friends help you when you're in danger. Friends are people who are not strangers. Friends, friends, friends. La 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 la. Friends, 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 friends. La 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 la. Friends.
Fall in love with the outside. Marmot.
The Tennessee Titans and Kansas City Chiefs are ready to brave the frigid conditions in a crucial late-season showdown. Tyreek Hill, and Hill breaking free. Tyreek Hill, 30, 10, touchdown. Smith has all kinds of time and going to run to the 5, touchdown. Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium as we get set for the second half. 17-7 Chiefs in the lead over Tennessee. Greg Gumbel along with Trent Green. Can you honestly say the cold has affected any of the play that we had in the first half?
You know, I think it has. If you look at what the turnover situation for Tennessee, the 2 fumbles, that can be caused because the footballs are hard. They're a lot more slick when it's cold like this, so it could have a contributing factor into those 2 fumbles.
Okay, neither team really varied very much from what they usually do.
No, this is exactly what both teams do. Tennessee wants to run the football, control the line of scrimmage. They want to use time of possession and keep the football away. They just haven't turned the ball over the last 4 weeks, so that's been a problem for them. Kansas City wants to use those opportunities of their defense and their takeaways. They had the big play by Tyreek Hill, and then, of course, the defense set up the other scores.
And as you look at the numbers from the first half, we really don't expect them to change their approach.
You know what, I do think both teams will stay the same. You want to take your chances when you get an opportunity to get a big play, but for the most part, these teams want to grind it out.
I want to remind you to follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. And by the way, and over the halftime break, it's still cold here.
It is still, yeah. You know what? It's getting warmer, though. Can we say that? The fact that, when we start off this morning when we got to the stadium, it was in the negatives. Now we're on the plus side of things. So,
do you know what the temperature is going to be here tomorrow? Close to 30.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really? How about that for timing, huh?
It is 5 degrees now. Oh, it'll start to get warmer the minute I get on the plane today.
I was going to say, what's your home temperature there outside Fort Lauderdale? 70?
It's got to be warmer than 70. That's a cold front. That's a polar vortex. Chiefs get their hands on the ball first. Short kick. And at the 21-yard line, it's DeAnthony Thomas. And Thomas wrapped up just short of 30. Let's check in with Jamie downstairs.
Greg, I was able to catch up with both coaches going in and coming out of the half. I asked Andy Reid his frustration level on that lack of production in the red zone towards the end of the half. He said he did want one of those touchdowns. He regretted not calling a pass play on one of them even, he told me. And in terms of Coach Malarkey, he said can't have those turnovers anymore. They even need to create one if they want to win on the road here. Plus, Greg, for the Titans, Denoris Searcy, he is being evaluated for a concussion. We saw him go to the locker room in the second quarter. And it's also still very cold. That's all I got to say.
Like we needed Jamie to tell us that.
Jamie hears us up here complaining about it. She's like, really, guys? I can't believe you're
the hot chocolate consumption, I don't even want to talk about it. You guys.
Spencer Ware around the left side and out of bounds at about the 35. And, we're talking about it. This ties for the second coldest game here in Arrowhead Stadium. Since 1994, when they began keeping track of such things, the actual temperature at 1 degree kickoff makes it the coldest.
Those are all cold. I know they got them ranked. They got them ranked. Once you get down around that area, it's pretty much the same, right?
There's not a beach day among them.
Well, that's why I talked to the equipment guys. I said, what's going to be different about this game and how your players dress and handle themselves compared to the Thursday night game against Oakland when it was in the 20s? And they said there's no real difference. Once you get down that cold, it's all about the same.
This is Spencer Ware, and Ware has the first down, still fighting for yardage out to the 45-yard line. Damian Stafford making the stop. Well, we went looking at the records. Trent, the coldest NFL game you ever played in was 15 degrees here at Arrowhead on the 19th of December back in 2004 against the Broncos. And the cold didn't slow you guys down. The Chiefs won 45-17. My partner went 16 for 19 for 224 yards, 3 touchdowns. And how many interceptions did you throw that day?
Hopefully none.
None. Not a single one.
I told you at the top, it wasn't about the cold, it was about the wind. So not real windy that day.
Spencer Ware with a first down inside the 45 of the Tennessee Titans.
Well, this is part of the reason why you defer the toss at the beginning of the game. You want to hope to get a score late going into halftime, which the Chiefs were able to do and get the field goal, and then you know you have the ball coming out in the second half. Here with the setup of the screen, Ware picking up the second first down on this drive, getting some momentum to carry over from that field goal at the end of the half.
Kansas City now at the Tennessee 44. And this is Ware. And Ware pushed back,
Ware, the ball carrier,
courtesy of Al Woods, the 7th-year nose tackle out of LSU.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the Tennessee 44-yard line.
You know, that cold weather game you played in, I've got to think it had some effect on you. You threw 19 times.
Yeah, we generally threw it a little bit more than that. So, yeah, it did have a little bit of impact.
That's Carl Klug of the Tennessee Titans still on the turf. The defensive end, they're taking a look at him. And we'll take a break. 12:29 to play in the third.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
I've played many games in freezing temperatures throughout my 15-year career. Like that 354-yard game in Chicago in January. Do you know how cold Chicago is in January? But that's just some of what I've done during this gear.
I got Jack his gear on NFLshop.com.
I've never been to Chicago.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday, NFLshop.com.
'Twas the Monday before Christmas in a quaint forest valley.
Do you want to keep breathing? You'll forget you ever saw this.
A gang of bad guys crashed the Scorpion winter finale. But what to their wondering eyes should appear but a team of geniuses who'd strike back without fear.
You're officially on the naughty list.
Nelly Scorpion, this Monday.
You're now on the run.
I want these folks caught.
I want to be able to say I got away from the best of the best.
You're never safe. They can find you.
It follows you down wherever you go.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
That's Carl Klug, helped off the field and sitting on the sideline and favoring that left leg. He's been dealing with a strained Achilles in that foot. So we'll watch for him. 2nd and 10, meanwhile, for Alex Smith and the Chiefs. Good protection. Down the field. Incomplete. Inside the 5, intended for Tyreek Hill.
Smith's pass intended for Tyreek Hill.
Boy, Trent, he can run.
Yeah, they looked like they had a double team on him there, that there wasn't going to be a lane to throw it in. And watch as the ball comes down, though. It's right in that sun spot. The angle of the sun coming off the top of the stadium maybe doesn't locate it completely as it goes off his fingertips. Byard and McCain in the coverage.
Third and 10. And lots of movement, including the Chiefs on the far side. That's tight end Demetrius Harris.
Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Demetrius at the top there.
Third and 15 from the Tennessee.
And now he's coming out of the game. That just drives coaches crazy, especially when you're lined up on the outside. They just look at the ball, and Alex Smith was trying to use a hard count to get an easy 5 yards from the defense and turn around and cost the Chiefs 5.
It was just too good. Spencer Ware and Charkandrick West both on the field now and under pressure. The quick pass. This is Ware. Ware, 40. Inside the 40 to about the 33, and that'll be about 3 yards short of a first down.
Well, and this is the territory where Andy Reid went for it.
But not this time.
No, and we'll see in normal conditions, normal weather conditions, this would be an area you'd think about kicking a field goal because it would be a 54, 55-yarder. But now with these as cold as it is, he's going to go ahead and settle for the punt.
So Mariani back at his own 10, and here's Dustin Colquitt. Trying to drop it down inside the 10 near the goal line, and they can't keep it from rolling into the end zone for the touchback. So that'll come out, and we take a moment to extend some congratulations. CBS Sports Chairman Sean McManus and our very own broadcasting legend Vern Lundquist on being inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame Tuesday night. Sean celebrating his 20th year at the helm of CBS Sports, while Vern called his final college football game last weekend in year number 53 of just a great broadcast career. Our congratulations. See, Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame does it right, Trent. They're not like the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, which just
tremendous honor for both those guys. Congratulations.
You betcha. So Mariani and the Tennessee Titans now at their own 20-yard line. And they'll start it off with Murray. And Murray will get about 3. The Titans in the first half, their own worst enemy a couple of times with the fumbles.
Well, and the big one was the first one at 74 yards, that the fumble at the end of the catch down inside the 5-yard line that Sorensen was able to scoop up out of the end zone, return back near midfield. That was costly because it would have had the Titans right in scoring position.
2nd and 6. Murray again. Murray with the first down. Out to the 35.
DeMarco Murray, the ball carrier. He was tackled by Ron Parker.
Tennessee Titans, their first order of business is to run the football.
Well, they run it very well. They've got an outstanding offensive line. They do a quality job run blocking as well as pass blocking. And when you have the balance of DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry, it's easy to get caught up in trying to run the football with those two big guys.
So first down, Tennessee now at their own 35. Fake to Murray this time. Mariota with time lofts it, and it is intercepted. Ron Parker.
Impressive one-handed interception by Ron Parker. Delaney Walker, they keep everybody in. It's just going to be 2 receivers on the route.
Parker's first interception of the season. is a dandy.
She's the reason the good times are great. And the reason the tough times are easier. Because she's your best friend and your true love. Presenting the Ever Us two-stone diamond collection. New rings, necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. One diamond for your best friend, one diamond for your true love, for the one woman who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
There's a reason we woke up early.
This Wednesday,
There's something they didn't tell us.
wake up
We're not supposed to be here.
to the truth.
Where's the ship really going?
Our little secret.
Passengers, rated PG-13.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
More people save by combining their home and auto with State Farm to help life go right.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. The new 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep free to be. And by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800 State Farm.
Back in Arrowhead Stadium, the Kansas City Chiefs doing what they do best, taking the football away from the opposing offense.
47-yard line.
3 turnovers now committed by the Tennessee Titans today. And that in the last 20 plays. First down. This is Ware. Across midfield, or just barely. Let's see, they'll mark him down at midfield. Let's go back to that pick, Trent.
Well, Matthews is going to run a deep route, and then you got Delaney Walker who's going to come underneath on the drag route, but it's right here, Ron Parker, that you need to keep an eye on because the 2 defenders run with Matthews up the field, and then it's Ron Parker trying to undercut Delaney Walker, and you can see the pass is an accurate throw. He's placing it right where he wants to place it, Marcus Mariota. And you could see Walker's reaction as he thought it was getting through to him. Just Parker with an incredible play there, undercutting it with the one-handed interception.
A late flag came in, and the Tennessee Titans have been hit with a personal foul. So now the Chiefs are at the 34 of the Tennessee Titans. Smith. Too high for Chris Conley. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Pass intended for Chris Conley. He was covered by LaShawn Sims.
Chiefs have made a living off of scoring points after turnovers. They have 86 points after taking the football away. Trying to get more points on the board here after that last interception.
Hey, kill! Hey, bring it in, 59. Hey, 31's mine. All right, 80. Our shot.
Smith with good protection, and now breaks down, and he goes down at the 38-yard line. Brian Orakpo, number 98.
Right down here at the middle, you're going to see the push. That's what draws that 15-yarder.
3rd and 14 from the 38-yard line.
And he pushed Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. That's no way to treat a doctor. A doctor to be. 3rd and 14 now. Should be a good place for a Tennessee Titans defensive stand once again. Smith got his man. That's complete. Out of bounds at about the 20-21-yard line. Jeremy Maclin on the receiving end. And that's a first down for the Chiefs.
Well, the two officials are still talking about it. They haven't given an official signal yet. They're both in discussion on that far sideline. Looks like he only gets the 1 foot down. If they call this a catch, well, the red flag's already come out.
From the Tennessee side, yes. And Mike Mularkey is going to tell John Hussey that he wants a challenge.
Tennessee is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch. Timeout.
Yeah, did Jeremy Maclin just hop out of bounds left foot only? The right one never came down.
The full line of Ram ProMaster work vans offer better fuel economy, upfits tailored to fit your business, greater cargo capacity, and easier access to your workspace. Ram ProMaster and ProMaster City let you maximize every hour, minute, and second even more effectively. During commercial van season, competitive commercial owners or lessees are eligible for these incentives on the 2016 Ram ProMaster.
Alexa, ask Uber for a ride.
Okay.
Alexa, pause. Alexa, resume.
Alexa, ask 1-800-Flowers to order Tina Roses.
Okay.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the iPhone 7, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid, absolutely free. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
Patti LaBelle. Yeah. Patty pie. Girl, that's $3.48.
Patti LaBelle sweet potato pie, only at Walmart. $3.48 on rollback. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Undercover Boss is back. Season premiere, CBS Wednesday.
Back in Kansas City, John Hussey has taken a look. And is about to render a verdict.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It's a completed catch. Tennessee will be charged a timeout.
So let's explain what we saw during the timeout, Trent.
Well, what we're going to see is his foot goes down twice. So you're going to see it tap once, and then tap a second time, and then the knee comes down right there. You see the knee comes down inbound. We're told that the knee coming down is the same as 2 feet coming down inbounds, and that's why the play wasn't overturned.
So Tennessee loses a timeout. They have 2 remaining here in the second half. And it's a first down for Kansas City at the 21. Spencer Ware inside the 15 to the 14. And as we come up on 8 minutes to play in the third, under these conditions, it's kind of important for Tennessee to put the clamps on them in some way, shape, or form here.
Yeah, it's important, and that's why that third down was so crucial for the Chiefs after getting sacked and making it 3rd and long after having the offsides penalty as well. Getting the first down was crucial for Kansas City, but equally as important is Tennessee getting a stop or at least holding him to a field goal attempt and keep this a 2-possession game.
2nd and 3. Quick pass, Maclin. Out of bounds at the 10, and we go to Jamie.
Greg, just an update on some Titans defensive injuries. Earlier in the game, we saw Jason McCourty go down, questionable with a chest injury. He has been downgraded to out for this game. And Carl Klug, who we saw go down just a few plays ago, he came into that that game with that Achilles strain. They've been looking at that left ankle. He's questionable with an ankle injury, but I tell you, he's in a lot of pain on that left side on the bench here.
All right, Jamie, thank you. Meanwhile, first and goal for Kansas City at the 10. Spencer Ware to the right side, shakes one tackler at the 10 and spins forward to the 7. He'll pick up 3, and it'll be second and goal from the 7.
Well, and Woodyard was able to shoot into the backfield, and it looked like he was going to get a tackle for loss, or if anything, a tackle for no gain. But Ware able to get through that initial tackle and pick up a couple yards.
If there's any good news out of this day so far for Tennessee, it's that Houston is on the short end of a 13-5 score against Jacksonville in the third quarter. Second and goal. Alex Smith throwing over the middle, incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver. It'll be third and goal from the 7.
He was covered by Bryce McCain.
You see Wilson coming into the picture here. You had Kelsey clear out the middle. You had Demetrius Harris go to the corner on the outside, leaving that middle open for Wilson. Just not able to get the connection. Good defense by Tennessee. We talked about big stops, and Tennessee defense need to come up with one. This is the play right here, Greg.
It's Charkandrick West coming, or Demetrius Harris coming to the near side.
Watch this, though. Demetrius Harris at 6'7". They've been known to throw him fades down here in the red zone.
Smith to the end zone, intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the rookie, LaShawn Sims. And Alex Smith not pleased with himself at all.
Watch his eyes tracking the receiver the whole time. Tennessee able to come up with the big turnover in the end zone.
There's a place in America where you can almost see Russia. Which means there's a place in Russia where you can definitely hear America.
Hi, I'm Paul. I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon, but I switched to Sprint because their network reliability is within 1% of Verizon. And get this, Sprint has this crazy deal on their new unlimited plan with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th line for free. Yup, unlimited data, talk, and text for your whole crew. Plan like this with AT&T cost you over $200 a month. And Verizon, they don't even have an unlimited data plan. Can you hear that?
Buy one Samsung Galaxy S7 or Galaxy S7 Edge, get one free.
Every moment is a chance to surprise. Delight. K Jewelers is the place to discover the perfect gift. The one and only museum dial. Iconic modern design, envisioned in Movado Esperanza. Sophisticated. Unforgettable. Meant to be shared. Loved. It's time to make a statement.
Movado Esperanza, the gift for now, for always. Discover it at K, the #1 jewelry store in America.
Watch Michael Weatherly in Bull, CBS Tuesday after NCIS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by K Jewelers. For 100 years, every kiss begins with K. And by the new film Sing, in theaters this Wednesday.
Important to note that 4 red zone trips for the Kansas City Chiefs have produced just 1 touchdown today. Derrick Henry in the backfield as the Titans start from their own 20, and Mariota to throw. Pulls it down a couple of times and has to throw it away. Great job by the secondary of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mariota's pass is incomplete.
Peters is down around the 45-yard line. Marcus Peters, who was in coverage that time up the field. He was covering Tajay Sharp.
What a loss he would be. Marcus Peters coming into this game, his 5 picks tied for second in the league.
La. You ready, big guy?
Yeah, I'm like totally ready.
Where were you?
I was at a rehearsal.
For what?
At a singing contest. I don't want to be in your game. I want to be a singer.
How did I end up with a son like you?
Music can alter moves and talk to you.
I can sing, but I get so scared.
Come on, be confident. Don't you want this?
Come back. What is going on here?
Seize the moment, try to freeze it and own it. Squeeze it and hold it, 'cause we consider these minutes golden.
Don't let fear stop you from doing the thing you love. Now hit it.
This Wednesday, celebrate the Feel Great holiday event of the season.
That's my son!
And now, Sing is nominated for Best Animated Picture of the Year. Sing.
Hey, Porky, keep it down, will you?
Rated PG in theaters Wednesday.
With the $3.50 sub of the day at Subway, there's never been a better time to try something deliciously different. Because every day of the week, you can now get a featured 6-inch Subway sub for just $3.50. So mix up your lunchtime routine and treat yourself to the endless flavor combinations at Subway. The $3.50 sub of the day. We took an already great lineup and made it even better. A better price, great taste, and no artificial flavors. The $3.50 sub of the day. Only at Subway.
CVS Monday.
What's up?
There's no fooling Dad.
I know that what's up. I've used that what's up. I know where that what's up ends up.
New man with a plan. Then only a 2 Broke Girls road trip would wind up here. Yeehaw! New 2 Broke Girls after New Man with a Plan at a special time Monday night, 8 Central.
They work on Marcus Peters on the sideline. Meanwhile, the Titans with 2nd and 10. At the 20, they give this to Derrick Henry, and Henry, first down yardage and more, out to about the 34-yard line. Let's go back to that injury on Marcus Peters.
Well, initially he's going to have his left foot step on the ankle of Sharp, and that foot slides, but watch the right knee as it bends back underneath him. Now we can say that on the sideline they were looking at not only the right knee but the right groin area, so as that leg moved to the outside, it appears that that's what he's favoring.
He's been replaced by Terrence Mitchell at cornerback. And penalty markers fly. There was movement on the offensive line.
Looks like Chris Jones was a little early on the snap count there for the Chiefs.
Encroachment, defense number 95. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Chris Jones is guilty. Take a look.
Be in the middle of the screen right there.
Hard to miss. Boy, if Marcus Peters is out, that's a huge loss for this Kansas City defense. One of the better cover corners in the NFL.
Yeah, that would be a huge loss. As we know from last year, the defensive rookie of the year, and as you mentioned earlier as well, 5 interceptions on the season, having 2nd in the National Football League right now.
On 1st and 5, Mariota coming deep down this sideline, incomplete. Rishard Matthews went up, but he was covered by Terrence Mitchell, Marcus Peters' replacement.
Broken up by Terrence Mitchell.
Boy, if Marcus Peters is out for any length of time, just add him to the list of big names that the Chiefs have lost this season.
Yeah, and the one down here at the bottom, Derrick Johnson, just lost a week ago against Oakland with an Achilles injury. He's on IR, and you missing all those guys in red are IR'd, and starters, big impact, big loss for the Chiefs.
2nd and 5. Henry to the left side across the 40 to about the 42. That'll be about 3 yards short of a first down. DJ Alexander making the play. So it's 3rd and 2.
From the 42-yard line, it's 3rd down.
Well, this will be interesting too with Peters out of the game now and Terrence Mitchell in at corner. Now brings into play DJ White to come at the other corner when they go to a nickel or a dime package. So not only does it affect one corner spot, but multiple corner spots in matchups.
Going to give it to DeMarco Murray, and Murray is not going to get a first down. Dontari Poe was the first to hit him. This Tennessee team comes into the game converting 46% on third down. That was fourth best in the NFL, but they've gone just 1 out of 7 so far today.
One Dontari Poe matched up against Quentin Spain, just able to push into the backfield. As you said, Greg, able to get in the backfield and make that initial contact and allowing the other defenders to gang tackle.
So Brett Kern to kick it away to Tyreek Hill. Short kick, fair catch called for and made at the 23-yard line. Time for an update. Let me think. Tony Gonzalez. JB and Tony.
Yeah, Tony loves it, Greg. Here it is. Thanks, Greg. All right, look at this, guys. You see this kickoff return by Marcus Lee for 100 yards. It's the longest kick return in Jacksonville's history, well, 9 years. And they take the lead 20-8 over the Texans. I love you too, Greg.
Yeah, he just wouldn't love being here. It's a little chilly. Look at the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston, we mentioned it earlier, in a fight, and Indianapolis right there as well for the top spot in the AFC South. Smith will start this with a handoff to Ware. And Ware, boy, I tell you, the yardage is hard fought today. Let's go down to Jamie.
Hey, Greg, quick update on Marcus Peters. He's behind the bench right now with a heat pad on the right side of his groin. They're making sure it's all worked out, but he has given several coaches, including Andy Reid, a thumbs up, as if he would want to return on this next defense possession.
All right, Jamie, thank you.
It's one thing to want to return. It's another to get the medical personnel to agree to let you return.
They don't always agree.
No, they don't.
Ware going to take it the other way, cuts it back, and has a first down out to the 35-yard line. Great cutback by Spencer Ware.
Running that right side of the line behind Mitchell Schwartz and Larry Duvernay-Tardif, Morse, but Fulton, even the left guard, pushing that pile all the way over, and watch the cutback Ware makes. Going against the grain, finding that lane on the backside, picking up the first down.
We just saw Demetrius Harris limp off to the near sideline. Number 84, the tight end. Meanwhile, new set of downs for the Chiefs. And they'll keep it on the ground with Ware again. And not much doing on that side as he makes it to the 36. NFL on CBS is now on CBS All Access. Stream your local games live. Go to cbs.com/NFL now to try it free.
Second and 9 from the 36-yard line.
That was interesting. We asked both quarterbacks about the cold weather, the conditions, and they both had pretty much the same reaction. No, we're not going to do anything special, and no, we're not going to think much about it.
Yeah, not going to wear gloves. They don't like the way the ball feels coming off their hand wearing a glove. And Alex Smith wears one on his left hand, but Marcus Mariota said he wasn't going to wear one on either hand.
Charkandrick West trying to get around the right side and is not going to get there. Valentino Blake bumped him out of bounds. And, you know, the topic came up several times in talking to the guys on both sides that you really believe it's a mind over matter case, right?
You know, you have to. You just have to have that mindset. And I know that's easy to say when you're not the one out there doing it, but you have to remember these guys, you don't want to wear a bunch of bulky clothing. You don't want it to be cumbersome and affect the way you play. So you wear, some guys don't wear any sleeves, some wear light sleeves, because you know once you get to the sideline, you got the coats, you got the heaters, you got the heated benches. So there's a way to get warm when you're not out on the field.
Rock it.
Play clock down to 4 and down to 3, and Smith gets the snap and under pressure and got rid of it. Pushed it. There is no indication that that's a forward pass. He did seem to push it forward with his hand.
It looked almost like a shuffle, but like he was trying to flip it forward. If anything, it's going to be a pass.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Well, then they may want to decide if that's intentional grounding because there wasn't anybody around. Watch here, he flips it underhand. almost like a shuffle pass.
But there was no immediate indication from the officials. And now there's a personal, there's a flag way on the other side of the field.
But if they're going to call it an incomplete pass, then they've got to review and decide if it's intentional grounding. Unless they determine he's outside the pocket. But if he's outside the pocket, then maybe the late flag that just was thrown is the intentional grounding, because even though he was outside the pocket, the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one by each team. Intentional grounding, offense number 11. Face mask, defense number 47. Those fouls will offset, replay 4th down. Replay 3rd down, I'm sorry.
So
correction,
all of
replay
that,
3rd
and we'll redo 3rd down. Let's take a look at the face mask. Valentino Blake, number 47, is guilty.
See him lined up here on Kelsey. And here's the intentional grounding.
Not the prettiest pass Alex has thrown all day.
That's just called trying to get it out of your hands before you take the sack. So it's sometimes improv doesn't work out the way you hope.
So we'll do 3rd and 9 again.
Hey, 5-4, 5-4, 5 down, 5-4.
They need the 45-yard line for a 1st down. Smith, this side, and in and out of the arms of DeAnthony Thomas.
Well, DeAnthony Thomas is going to be matched up in this left slot on McCain, and the problem he makes is he lets the ball get to his body. Instead of reaching out and grabbing it with his hands, he tries cradling the ball with his arms into his body. If you just go up and you trust your hands, go up and snatch that football with your hands, and Alex Smith not real happy with that result.
So Dustin Colquitt set to kick it away once again to Mark Mariani. And we get a whistle and a late flag, or an early flag.
Yeah, I think they got DeAnthony Thomas flinching up top.
Offense number 13, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Hasn't been a great 30 seconds for DeAnthony Thomas.
Well, and some of it, he's probably still thinking back to that play. He's probably thinking back to what he could have done differently and not necessarily focusing on the football. And got 2 infractions, or 1 infraction, but 1 mistake on the previous play.
Mariani with the fair catch at the 26-yard line. And you see Marcus Peters coming back onto the field. There's the defense at work for Kansas City today.
Well, this was the big one, the initial fumble and fumble recovery by the Chiefs, because that would have put the Tennessee Titans down around the 5-yard line. Then Mariota sliding up in the pocket, just gets the ball knocked loose. And then the incredible interception by Ron Parker, the one-hander, as he undercuts Delaney Walker.
So Marcus Peters is back onto the field, and he came onto the field very gingerly, I'd have to say. We'll have to keep an eye on him. The quick slant, that's complete. Kendall Wright. And right across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
He was tackled by Steven Nelson.
Well, that read option where you're just bellying the ball and take off and run, Mariota's had a lot of yards doing that this season. That draws in the pass rush and leaves that lane open for easy completion.
And they wanted to go no huddle, but that'll have to wait until the 4th quarter. We're played 3. The Chiefs leading Tennessee 17-7. We're back to Kansas City after this message. And a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
This baby is coming. Now?
Everything that is important to me in the world is behind this door.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. This is the Chevy Malibu. It was awarded Most Dependable Midsize Car by J.D. Power.
It looks great. Wow. What is happening? Oh my gosh, it's going up.
But the Malibu's not the only vehicle that was awarded.
This is mind-blowing.
The Chevy Camaro, Equinox, and Silverado HD were awarded Most Dependable as well.
This is extremely impressive. There's so many.
Doing it once, yay, great job. 4 times, obviously they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Whoa, this is awful. Try it.
Oh, no, that looks gross. What is that?
You gotta try it. It's terrible.
I don't want to try it if it's terrible.
It's like mango chutney and burnt hair.
No, thank you. I have a very sensitive palate.
Just try it!
Guys, I think we should hurry up. If you taste something bad, you want someone else to try it. It's what you do.
I can't get the taste out of my mouth.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Shh. Dog.
Going to business school, I took out a very big student loan. It was the first time that I actually felt a sense of fear. It was stressful. Then my friend told me about SoFi. I lowered my interest rate by 40%, which will save me over $25,000. Now I go to SoFi's member events, and I met some really inspiring people. Refinancing my loan with SoFi was probably one of the smartest things I've ever done.
Save thousands by consolidating your student loans. Get your rate in less than 2 minutes. Visit trysofi.com.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Back at Arrowhead with our producer Jim Rickoff, our director Suzanne Smith, Greg Gumbel, Trent Green, Jamie Erdahl, and our terrific CBS Sports crew working tirelessly and well in this very, very, very cold weather in Kansas City. Well done, guys and gals. The Titans from their own 41, throwing this side in and out of the hands of Rishard Matthews.
Mariota's pass intended for
And
Rishard
covered by
Matthews.
Terrence Mitchell. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, Terrence Mitchell has gradually worked his way into the lineup, and think of the play last week against the Raiders, knocking the ball away on 4th down to preserve that victory.
Had his teammates raving about him. On 2nd and 10, this is Murray. Changes direction, going the other way, and almost broke through. Got to midfield and is a yard short of a first down.
Well, it was funny when we asked Mike Mularkey yesterday, I said, at what point in time did you realize that DeMarco Murray was the guy you wanted? And he said, well, in 2014, I was on the sideline and I saw him rush for 182 yards against us. And I was like, I think that's the back I want to have.
He said, see him going back and forth here, looking for a first down, and has one inside the 45 to the 44. And that ground game continues to crank for the Titans. Murray now up to 71 yards on the day on 15 carries.
43-yard line.
Mariota on first down, going to throw it to the sideline and complete, and Rishard Matthews holds on to that one.
Rishard Matthews pushed out of bounds by Marcus Peters.
You know, as I'm watching this, Greg, the Chiefs are playing some tighter coverage up underneath, but Eric Berry is lined up 5, 10, 15, almost 20 yards deep in the middle of the field. They don't want to give up a big play. They want to make Tennessee earn it. So talk about playing a deep safety. Barry is way back in the secondary.
That quick pass to the underneath guy, Tajay Sharp. And the Titans trying to shake things up without a huddle. 3rd and 1. Murray breaking through to the 25, just inside the 25, and it'll be another first down for Tennessee. Eric Berry making the stop.
Well, the thing that's been impressive about DeMarco Murray, and I know he's been doing it all year, he did it throughout his career, it's just his patience that he has, allowing the blocks to open, but then having the speed and the force, the power to go through those tight windows and able to get the big gains.
Murray still in the backfield. Mariota staying in there, and oh, what a breakup. Intended for Rishard Matthews, or excuse me, for Tajay Sharp, and Terrence Mitchell again made the defensive play.
Mariota trying to get out to his right, comes back to the left on the slant to Sharp, but as you said, Greg, Mitchell there to knock it away with that offhand. His confidence continues to grow every week. We talked to Eric Berry about him, and he was very impressed with his work ethic and his approach.
Terrence Mitchell, a former Oregon Duck, just like Marcus Mariota. On 2nd and 10, Murray breaking to the outside. to about the 20.
DeMarco Murray, the ball carrier.
Well, it's been evident throughout the day, but it was even more so on that play. Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator for Kansas City, said one of the things about DeMarco Murray is he has such a good stiff arm. You can't just have one guy go up and tackle him because he's so effective with that stiff arm. He knocks you away. You have to gang tackle him. And so far today, the Chiefs have done a decent job when they get enough bodies around him, but when it's one-on-one, it tends to be DeMarco's winning that battle right now.
DeMarco taking a break. Derrick Henry is alongside him. Derrick Murray, DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry in the backfield, and Mariota going to throw for the end zone and overthrows everybody. Rishard Matthews double teamed at the goal line.
Intended for Rishard Matthews. He was covered by Terrence Mitchell. Ryan Succop on for field goal attempt.
So Ryan Succop and the field goal unit come onto the field.
Well, that was a drive that the Titans needed at this point in time of the game, but this is a crucial field goal when you consider the amount of time left in this game to get this down to a one-touchdown advantage for the Chiefs.
Succop has hit 33 consecutive field goals from inside the 50-yard line. This one's from 39 yards out. Make it 34. 11:54 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Titans put 3 on the board and pulled within 17-10.
There are some people you should give underwear to this holiday. And there are some people you shouldn't. People you should. Shouldn't.
Janice!
Should. Shouldn't. Yes. No. Should. No way. Should. No. Definitely not.
Nah.
You shouldn't give underwear to everybody, but for those you do, give them Fruit of the Loom.
You deserve more. More savory. More sweet. More loving. Now get more choices on McDonald's all-day breakfast menu.
Best Buy Blue Shirts make finding perfect holiday gifts easy. Why, if we made it any easier, the little drummer boy would work your office party.
And we all know why Phil loves the copier.
Holiday gifting made easy at Best Buy.
Bro, your stuff is on fire.
Someone better call the fire department. Woo-woo!
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Bro, your stuff is on fire.
Someone better call the fire department.
Yeah, you should call the fire department. This is your stuff.
More people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm. Here to help life go right.
Do you know how many December and January road games I've played in to earn this gear? But Jack's mother here got it for him from NFLshop.com.
It'll keep them warm.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday. NFLshop.com.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Well, the sun is out. The temperature has jumped a whole 4 degrees since kickoff. We're now up to 5 here at Arrowhead Stadium.
Kicking off for Tennessee, Ryan Succop.
Succop getting set to kick it away. And Anthony Thomas is deep. As we talked about cold weather, Trent, kicking a cold football isn't the most fun thing in the world either.
No, and you've seen quite a few pooch kicks today. This time it looks like they're trying to angle it away from Anthony Thomas, and they were effective with it.
Rolls into the end zone for the touchback, and we go down to Jamie.
Greg, we're learning all kinds of tricks of the trade today. The players, we heard, up to 36 Chiefs players are wearing wetsuits in order to stay warm. And Andy Reid told us his little trick. This is an Andy Reid hat. We see the AR. He puts hand warmers inside his hat, and then he puts the hat on. I'm going to try and do it myself here, so I can look just like Andy Reid and stay warm, because he said if your head is warm, then the rest of you is warm. So I'm going to try this the rest of the game.
Yeah, Jamie, you look just like Andy Reid. Yeah, we got that.
It's crazy. You think he'd wear a knit cap, but this is the way he does it.
He said that was the trick he learned in Green Bay.
Exactly,
Hey.
yep.
Jamie, thank you. from the 25-yard line. The Chiefs with the ball and the 1-touchdown lead, and Alex Smith too high to handle for Tyreek Hill.
For Tyreek Hill. He was covered by LaShawn Sims.
All-time wins, including the playoffs. A win today for the Chiefs would give Andy Reid 183 and tie him for number 10 all-time with Bill Parcells.
Top 10 puts you in pretty select company. Not that being tied with Tom Coughlin, that's pretty select company itself.
On 2nd and 10, this is Spencer Ware. And Ware ducks inside, a good block, and breaks it outside for a pickup of about 6 or 7, maybe 8 yards out to the 37.5, 38-yard line.
Tremendous job on the left side there by the Chiefs as you see him pushing through. Reed was in there, an extra offensive lineman. They've done that a number of times here this season where they bring in the extra offensive lineman. We've mentioned that Tennessee does that a lot too with their run game, bringing in that extra tackle for as an added tight end.
3rd and 2. Running out of time on the play clock, barely got the snap off, and a quick pass to the outside. This is Ware with a block from Alex Smith. And right at the first down marker.
Well, one official has it short of the line, the other official has it right on the line. If it touches the line, it's a first down, because remember, that was a downed kick and was at the 25.
And it looks like John Hussey wants a...
We don't need to measure it.
Yeah, I know. But that's what we're going to do.
Alex Smith.
Timeout for a measurement.
Getting in on the action a little bit.
Wow, forward progress. From that shot there, it's a first down. Because the ball is touching
the line,
the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 Chiefs at the Kansas City 35-yard line.
Wonder for a moment if Mike Mularkey was considering challenging the forward progress.
He's still thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's still thinking about it.
With the penalty, and there he goes, the challenge flag. So pretty sure John Hussey's going to get the word from Mike Mularkey that he wants him to take a look and see if that ball was marked down in the proper spot.
Tennessee is challenging the ruling on the field that the runner made the line to gain. Timeout.
So they'll take a look at that with 10:41 to play here in the fourth quarter. And you know what? It's a big decision coming up.
With your replaced windows. Get away! Leave him! Leave him! Brick and mortar, what?
When you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive, you get more than a big discount.
That's what you get for bundling home and auto!
Jamie, you get sneaky good coverage.
Thanks. We're gonna live forever!
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. Find gifts, groceries, and more this season. Progressive, handing off big savings to you. And by Marmot, fall in love with the outside.
Back in Kansas City, and John Hussey has taken a look and will give us his verdict.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. Tennessee will be charged a timeout. That is also their last and final challenge of the football game.
So Tennessee now down to 1 timeout remaining.
Well, the thing is, you can't really tell if he was able to get there or not. So it's not enough to overturn it, and so the play stands the way it was called on the field.
And as we come down the home stretch, it's just a 1 touchdown difference. Tennessee down to 1 timeout. From the 35, this is Ware. And Ware bouncing off tacklers, but not getting much more than the line of scrimmage. Hey, tomorrow on CBS, an Oprah Winfrey special event. The last interview and final farewell with First Lady Michelle Obama from inside the White House. Oprah and the First Lady tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, only CBS.
Second down and 11.
Actually lost a yard on that play. It's now 2nd and 11. There's Tyreek Hill going in motion and coming back. Wow, lots happening in that backfield, and a shovel pass to Travis Kelce. Kelce out to the 42, and we get another NFL Today report from New York. JB and Tony.
Ravens flexing. Yes, they are. Look at this handoff to rookie Kenneth Dixon. He's going to take this in from 16 yards out. Baltimore goes up 27-17. Remember, big matchup Christmas Day between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Greg Gumbel, Trent Green.
Thank you, guys. That AFC North hardly settled. Pittsburgh at 8-5, Baltimore on their heels at 7-6. This is Ware. And look at that push. Could be whistled down short of the first down marker. I think a lot of that stuff is just to keep warm, Trent. Because I'd buy that.
I don't. Not today. No. I mean, you would think that could be an excuse today, but no. That you could see forward progress had clearly stopped. The whistle had blown when the pile was. See Mitch Morse jump behind and push the pile.
And Rashad Johnson of the Titans jumping in and having absolutely no effect.
Well, now you got to decide, does Andy Reid want to go for this on 4th down in your own territory? I think that would be a big mistake right now. I think you have to punt it. Although right now the offense is staying on the field.
And let's see, now Dustin Colquitt comes on.
Dustin Colquitt in punt formation for Kansas City.
And they are running short of time on the play clock, down to 3, 2, 1. And referees don't get the ball spotted. And it's a delay of game.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Now the Chiefs are saying, hey, the officials wouldn't spot the ball and get out of the way.
But that's part of it. The part of it is you declare it, then there has to be an amount of time to change the football. So I understand what they're saying, but that's the way. You have to give the other team a chance to change personnel. You have to give the official time to change the football. If they made that decision that late, then that's on them. I believe that's how the rule's in place. That's what, and I'm sure that's what the official John Hussey came over and explained to Andy Reid.
Yeah, it took the Chiefs a good long while to make that decision to kick it instead of going for it. Mark Mariani is deep. Mariani, fair catch called for and made at about the 11 or 12 yard line. 7:55 to play. It's a 1 touchdown game.
I'm in there as Katie.
I'll call you later. Or no, I won't. I'll text you because what am I, your dad? Don't stay out too late.
Yeah, just text me.
Thank you. Get home safe.
This must be what Antonio Brown feels like when he's dancing in the end zone.
Huh. This must be how Lucas felt when he finally got Katie's number.
Pepsi.
Viagra single packs. So guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
When I was a kid, I wanted to touch the skies.
I wanted to invent things.
I wanted to protect others.
I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to make a difference.
I knew that one day I would be the difference.
I am a special missions aviator.
Clinical nurse.
Pararescueman.
I'm Captain Chris Niels, and we are American Airmen.
See more at airforce.com.
'Twas 3 days before Christmas, and on CBS, it's comedy all night you'll think is the best. That's awesome! There's the bang that is big and the indoors that's great, and one funny mom to put on your plate. And if that's not enough, the humor increases. We're capping the night with 3 life in pieces. That's fun. It's holiday cheer that's sure to delight, so be sure to watch all this Thursday night.
That's how the quarterbacks have done so far today. And Marcus Mariota, who came in here with 348 rushing yards, is on the negative side with 7:55 to play here in the fourth. Murray joins Mariota in the backfield, and Mariota going to shovel it to Murray. Murray across the 20 and out to about the 24-yard line. That's a first down. Eric Berry coming up for the stop.
Well, and we've seen some of this stuff from the Chiefs throughout the day, some different misdirection with DeAnthony Thomas and Tyreek Hill, but this time Marcus Mariota coming out almost looks like the opposite of an option because it ultimately ends up being a shuffle pass.
Murray again. And if you're Mike Mularkey, Trent, now you've got to figure, you've got to start to think of how many more chances you're going to get to possess the ball.
Well, and that's why as this drive continues to go, and you see him going to a little bit of a hurry up here, is, you know, it determines, do you go for those fourth downs? What is your play calling on third down if you know you're going to go for it on fourth down? So as this series progresses, we'll be able to figure those things out.
Murray has helped Mariota stay out of third and long situations all day long. 2nd and 5 here. Looks left, over the middle, and he's got his man incomplete now. He hits the turf. Tajay Sharp loses control. Terrence Mitchell applied the hit.
Well, similar to Alex Smith on a couple of his throws today, this one goes high on Marcus Mariota. You see Sharp sitting right in the middle of the field, a little bit high, a little bit behind him. That gives Mitchell time to recover and knock the ball loose, setting up a third down.
Third and 5. Play clock down to 2, down to 1, and Mariota uses Tennessee's third and final timeout to avoid the delay of game penalty. While we have the opportunity to remind you, coming up next, the playoff picture taking focus. Tom Brady and the Patriots looking to settle up with Von Miller and the Denver Broncos, or the Raiders challenge the Chargers right here on the NFL on CBS. You know, those Patriots have lost 6 of their last 7 at Mile High and an 0-3 record in the postseason. None of that matters. None of that matters this time of year, does it?
It's you know what? It's that time of year everybody loves it. That's why this game is so great. It has playoff ramifications everywhere. And when you start talking about the Broncos, they lost to Tennessee last week, so they need a win badly to stay in this playoff picture. And the Patriots, of course, trying to get a bye and trying to get home field advantage.
3rd and 5. Mariota over the middle and has his man across the 40, close to the 45-yard line. Delaney Walker for the first down.
Well, Delaney Walker comes in motion to the inside, and then he just takes off up the field, and it's a 15-yard dig route. He has two crossers underneath. Both Matthews and Sharp were crossing underneath. That draws the coverage and allows that big lane for Mariota to get the pass to Walker.
6:20 to play in the fourth. Mariota down the sideline. It is incomplete. Penalty marker flies. Tajay Sharp being covered by Terrence Mitchell, and I think they're going to get the call against Mitchell.
Well, Tajay Sharp was extending the right arm.
That's interference. Defense number 39. The ball replaced in the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
It'll be interesting to see if Mitchell reaches out and grabs that arm. Yeah, you can see him hooked. Right there, pretty obvious to see.
First and 10 at the Kansas City 35-yard line.
Mitchell had that arm hooked as he was trying to get up the field. Ball's in the air. Instead of a holding call, it's a pass interference call.
That's a 20-yard pickup and a first down for Tennessee now at the Kansas City 35. Mariota with time and has to throw it away. That was Justin Houston coming through and putting the pressure on, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, it's been impressive what the offensive line has been able to do today for the Tennessee Titans. I know they're a quality offensive line, but you got two of the top pass rushers in the National Football League in Justin Houston and Dee Ford, and for the most part all day they've kept him pretty clean.
And it's a young offensive line. Trent Conklin, the right tackle, is a rookie. The right guard, Klein, is in his 4th year. Ben Jones, the center, in his 5th, and the other two guys, 2nd year and 3rd year men. The shovel, and that is a loose ball. No, it's incomplete.
It's incomplete pass. Yeah, on a shuffle pass, incomplete pass.
DeMarco Murray had to reach back.
You can see Dee Ford plays it very well, number 55 coming off the edge, and Mariota may have been better to just give him a pump fake and keep it around the side because Ford was leaning more towards Murray on that.
3rd and 10. Mariota over the middle once again, and that catch is made at about the 22-yard line by Delaney Walker.
Greg, the Chiefs were caught off guard there. The Tennessee Titans, for the most part, have been going to the line of scrimmage and taking a bunch of time getting the play called. That time they snapped it quick. Half of the Chiefs' defense was in communication with each other and talking, not realizing the ball had been snapped, and they scrambled back into coverage, but it was too late, and they picked up the first down.
Now from the 21. Mariota looks right and connects on the far side of the field with Kendall Wright.
Forced out of bounds by Steven Nelson. Gain of 6 yards on the play. 2nd down and 4.
Smart decision, accurate throw. You see the coverage dropping and getting soft. Take the underneath route. Pick up an easy 6.
2nd and 4. Only trip to the red zone here in the 2nd half. This is Derrick Henry, and Henry is cut down at about the 17-yard line by Eric Berry.
Well, I know we've said it several times in this game, but it's important to bring it back up. Tennessee is the #1 red zone offense in the National Football League in terms of converting touchdowns, and the Chiefs are #5 in red zone touchdowns on defense. So this has been a battle and will be again here on 3rd down.
4:15 to play in regulation. 3rd and 5. throwing. It is incomplete at the goal line. Intended for Rishard Matthews. That's Steven Nelson covering at the goal line.
Well, Steven Nelson making a play similar to what Ron Parker did on the interception. It appears that it's open and he's going to be able to get it in there. Whereas Ron Parker made a one-handed interception earlier. Steven Nelson's able to use that offhand, that right hand, and knock the ball away.
And here's Tennessee on 4th and 5. And we get a timeout call by Kansas City.
Well, and that actually may have helped out Tennessee. It looked like they had some confusion going. Andy Reid wanted to get a timeout, make sure they get on the same page.
Kansas City now down to 2 timeouts remaining. Tennessee has none. So what does Marcus Mariota do? He's thrown the ball very well here in the 4th quarter.
He is. He's handled things very well and made some smart decisions. When you think about the key 3rd downs on this drive, who has he looked for? That's been Delanie Walker over the middle of the field for 2 big 3rd down conversions. So see where they get Delanie Walker matched up. But considering it's only 4th and 6, you also have DeMarco Murray coming out of the backfield. Very effective receiver. You can get him matched up on a linebacker. That gives you a big advantage, and that could be where he goes as well.
Mariota lofting it for Murray. He's got it inside the 5. Or excuse me, Delanie Walker.
No, it's DeMarco Murray.
No, it is DeMarco
Murray. He came out of the backfield on a shoot route up the sideline. What a gutsy throw by Marcus Mariota. He gets him one-on-one against Ramik Wilson. He throws it to the back shoulder. Murray controlling things and turning around. Ron Parker coming over and able to knock him out right at the 1-yard line.
A yard short of a first down, of a touchdown, but it's 1st and goal.
Well, and you saw that motion by Delanie Walker on the outside coming in. That was to give confirmation of what coverage was going to be, and that's where Mariota knew where he was going to go with the ball.
This is Derrick Henry to the end zone for the touchdown.
What a huge play on 4th down, Greg. Going for it, first of all, going for it on 4th down, knowing you're out of timeouts, knowing that if you don't get it, Kansas City very easily could run the clock out. Big 4th down, and then he sets up 1st and goal, and Derrick Henry going in untouched.
And it looks like the Tennessee Titans are going to go for the win here with a 2-point conversion attempt. And I have
this is big.
I have to think, Trent, it's a matter of, if you get a chance to win the game here, do it rather than take your chance in overtime.
Yeah, you're on the road, go for it. Go for the win. This is kind of the way this season's been going for them. They started off 1-3, 6-3 since that beginning. You trust your team, go for the win now.
DeMarco Murray in the backfield. Mariota rolling, looking, and is brought down. Back at the 15-yard line.
It almost looked like they're trying to run a throwback here.
Chris Jones had him.
Introducing the new Xbox One S. The only console with 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, 4K video streaming, and high dynamic range gaming. The new Xbox One S. Smaller, sleeker, sharper. The ultimate games and 4K entertainment system.
Xbox One S, now $249.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap. Wrap? I forgot to wrap my presents!
I forgot to get presents!
What?
No.
Don't worry, guys. Hey, Siri, is Target the place to get last-minute deals?
Bullseye. Yeah, radical! Let's go!
Race ya! Bullseye. I didn't forget.
If you head to the bank and wait to get approved for a mortgage, that newly listed ranch will be gone. Or you could push that button. Skip the bank. Get approved in minutes. Lift the burden of getting a home loan with Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
Here's something to get stuck on this holiday season. Switch to Cricket Wireless and get the Samsung Galaxy Amp2 for free. Plus, plans now start at $30 a month. Just a little holiday cheer from the merrier carrier. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway. Search for better. And by national mortgage lender Quicken Loans. Home buy, refi, power.
Just part of our great crew braving the elements here. Let's go back to that two-point conversion.
So they initially want to get Harry Douglas here, but watch right here. He's going to come in here and he's going to slide to the outside. That's Rishard Matthews. As Marcus Mariota is trying to look to the flat initially, and then he's looking for Matthews, but he gets off him too soon. He ends up opening up, and he tries turning and throwing it back to DeMarco Murray, but it was too late.
So let's see for the onside kick. No, gonna go deep with it. Bounce it down inside the 10 and into the end zone for the touchback. Kept it away from Tyreek Hill. And so they'll start from the 25-yard line. I liked Mike Mularkey's decision to go for two, Trent.
Well, and there's a lot of people that do. I agree with it as well. I'm aggressive. I like the fact you keep it in your offense's hand. Your offense just drove the length of the field, picked up a key fourth down, picked up some key third downs. You had some momentum going. You have a lot of confidence in your offensive line. You have a lot of confidence in what Marcus Mariota is doing. Go for the win as opposed to, letting this thing settle out in overtime, or at least giving the Chiefs an opportunity to go down and try and win it in regulation. So I like the aggressiveness. It didn't work out, but now you got 3 minutes. You don't have any timeouts left, but you have 3 minutes. You got to get a stop and then hopefully see if they can't get the ball back. And this is the challenge the Chiefs have. Don't give them the ball back.
Here in the second half, Kansas City's offense, 3 punts and 1 interception. And the give is to Spencer Ware, and Ware trying the left side and bowling his way for about 5.
Spencer Ware, the ball carrier.
Tennessee at the top of the AFC South. This day began, but the Indianapolis Colts have won.
Gain of 5 yards on the play. Second down.
And Houston is trailing Jacksonville 20-14. We could be looking at 3 teams atop the AFC South at 7-7. Second and 5. 2.5 to play. Ware. And Ware almost broke through.
Well, about 3. Well, a first down would have ended it. You get to the 2-minute warning, you're able to take a knee after that. So this will wind us down to the 2-minute warning. We'll have a crucial third down coming up. The Chiefs are able to convert it. They can take a knee and win it. Otherwise, they're punting it back, and Tennessee has a chance to try and go down and take the lead.
An awful lot riding on this next snap with the Tennessee Titans and their defense.
There's an ocean filled with creatures whose...
Daddy, how big is a blue whale?
Okay, Google, how big is a blue whale?
Blue whale typically has a weight of 300,000 pounds.
An ocean filled with creatures
Oh, this is where Mom does a big whale noise.
Whale noise? Okay, Google, what noise does a whale make? All right, let's keep going. An ocean filled with...
Do whales sleep?
Okay, Google, do whales sleep?
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
Eat
sunny side, always on sunny side. Keep on sunny side of life. When we keep on sunny side of life.
Give her a gift from Zales that shines so bright, you may have to wrap it twice. Shop the Zales Season to Sparkle sale for 30% off hundreds of holiday gifts, now through December 24th. Only at Zales, the Diamond Store.
How would you like to hear what the Pope's Choir will sing on Christmas Eve? You can tonight, only on 60 Minutes.
Tonight, some holiday cheer with a peer.
And they say Christmas comes but once a year.
It's true, the episode's festive and new.
That was very Home Alone of you.
A Yuletide treasure you'll remember forever.
Something tells me we're all in this together.
New NCISLA, CBS Tonight.
New Monday, an Oprah Winfrey special event.
Oprah and Michelle on the road.
It's the last interview with First Lady Michelle Obama.
People think that you are going to run for office. That's a good question. No one knows what the President of the United States knows.
Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama, CBS Monday.
2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter here at Arrowhead Stadium. 17-16 Kansas City, and the Chiefs with a 3rd and 3 and a big defensive play here for Tennessee. Alex Smith didn't get there. Avery Williamson.
Alex Smith, the ball carrier.
Greg, that initially looked like it was going to pick it up, but the defense was flowing. Alex Smith was just one-on-one on the outside. Just great reaction by the linebackers. Their speed was evident on that play. Williamson comes up with the big hit, not allowing Alex Smith to cut back and pick up the first down.
So Mark Mariani back at his own 20-yard line. And Tennessee will get the football back here with no timeouts remaining. Colquitt high, fair catch called for and made at the 25-yard line. So here comes Marcus Mariota with 1:07 on the clock and 75 yards away from the end zone. All they need is a shot at a field goal.
Well, and you have to remember, Ryan Succop, the longest kick in his career, was in Kansas City with the Chiefs. Made a 54-yarder in this stadium. Longest field goal this season is 53 yards, which he made a week ago, but it wasn't 1 degree out. So now all of a sudden you've got to adjust those target lines and where it's going to be, where you need to get to kick a field goal with a hard football.
Their last 2 possessions, Tennessee with a field goal and a touchdown. And Mariota over the middle, wide open. Across the 40, close to the 45 is Rishard Matthews. Tennessee is in hurry-up mode. Clock continues to move. 55 seconds to play. 19-yard pickup. Mariota with time. And threw it away. That'll stop the clock with 40 seconds to play.
He was covered by Marcus Peters. Second down and 10.
Rishard Matthews, who's dropped a couple today, held on to that one.
Well, he's over 100 yards receiving. He's the one that had the big catch down inside the 5, that first fumble that the Chiefs were able to recover. But he's been able to find some creases in this Chiefs defense.
2nd and 10. Open over the middle in the midfield is Delaney Walker.
Well, those are fine, but you got to hustle up to the ball now. That you're getting 5- and 6-yard gains. That's not getting enough.
Third and 4, and that pass is complete inside the 40 to the 35.
You got to get up and spike it.
Walker again.
They got to get up and spike it. Why are the guys walking on the field for Tennessee? You got to get that ball.
9 seconds, 8, 7, 6, and the spike happens with 5 seconds on the clock.
Well, I don't know if you can try. This would be a 53-yarder in these conditions.
Ryan Succop's long for the season is 53.
Well, one-time draft pick and kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. As we just mentioned, made a 53-yarder a week ago, but much different conditions today.
This will be a 53-yard attempt.
So Tennessee looking for win number 4 in a row. Succop from 53 yards out.
Timeout was called. Timeout was called.
Kansas City called it before the kick.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Which was short and hit the base of the field goal.
Yeah, I believe that ended up short. So, I said, we talk about hard footballs all day, whether it be throwing the football, catching the football, trying to carry. There were some of the fumbles, but the kicking game, it has been a factor not only with kickoffs and with the punts, but obviously here it becomes a big part of it as well.
So both teams, or Tennessee out of timeouts, Kansas City with one remaining. Do they use one here? Succop. And this one is good.
Final score, Titans 19, Chiefs 17.
The Titans win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire Kansas City Chiefs organization, we thank you for attending today's game.
Ryan Succop,
seeing you back at Arrowhead on Sunday, December 25th,
from 53 yards. The Chiefs called timeout. His first attempt came up short. The one that counted did not come up short.
Well, you could tell after that first one when he missed that he put a little bit more into it, maybe a little different trajectory with the kick. As we mentioned, Succop, former kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, that meant something special to him right there.
The Tennessee Titans, their 8th win of this season. That's the most they've chalked up since the 2011 season.
Well, they're going to be in first place by themselves now.
Yeah. The AFC South, Tennessee moves to 8-6. We mentioned earlier, these Titans win out and they are in the playoffs no matter what else happens. And all of that cold weather talk from Marcus Mariota, he can put on the back burner.
Yeah, he handled things well. He did have the one interception, incredible play by Ron Parker with the one-handed interception, but we take a look at former Chief and Mr. Irrelevant draft pick Ryan Succop with the game winner.
19-17 Tennessee for Trent, Jamie. I'm Greg. So long from Kansas City.
You're here to buy a used car, truck, SUV. That's smart. TrueCar can help. It's great for finding a new car, but you already knew that. It's also great for finding the perfect used car. You'll see what a fair price is, and you can connect with a TrueCar certified dealer. So no matter what you're looking for, there it is. This is how buying a used car should be. This is TrueCar.
Our fans have shown us a lot of love, and we want to return the favor. With Domino's Piece of the Pie rewards, you can earn free pizza, a chance at Domino's stock, or $10,000 in store profits. Learn more at Domino's.com.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the iPhone 7, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. No trade-in required. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it a cold, sinus pressure, allergies? For all of them, there's Allegra D, a maximum strength decongestant plus a powerful non-drowsy antihistamine for 24-hour relief. This winter, the answer is Allegra D.
Don't miss TV's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory, CBS Thursday.
So what would you like?
Can I have a 2017 Lexus LX 570 with
Dual screen.
Dual screen entertainment.
Yeah. If you're going to wish big at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get up to $2,500 customer cash on select 2016 and 2017 models for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
So those of you who were watching that thrilling win by Tennessee over Kansas City, we now take you to the game. Jacksonville at Houston. Houston holding to a 1-point lead. Let's join Andrew Catalan, Steve Tasker, and Steve Berline.
Before the pass was thrown, holding defense number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, an automatic first down.
Second penalty today against Boye, the fourth-year man out of Central Florida, who used to be college teammates with Blake Bortles.
Yeah, you see right there, and they're going to call him for that grab right there, and he thinks, and probably rightfully so, Robinson pushed off of him. Boye before that, if you grab a handful of jersey, that's a penalty. No questions asked.
Bortles, good protection, fires dangerously, but it's caught at the 45. Brian Walters reels it in. Andre Howe on the coverage, a gain of 15 with 2:30 to go.
Well, as much as Blake Bortles is scrutinized and ripped throughout the country for his lack of production and consistency, he can make some great throws. He shows it every single week. Right there was a nice one.